living in the Brambles. Have you ever thought about living in the Brambles? I haven't. I don't think I'd want to live in the Brambles, but Suzi French wrote a little book about living in the Brambles. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her, okay? And then you can read the rest because you can buy the book. I'm currently fast approaching the age of 60. She is, not me. Not far off it, but don't be rude. And I'm lucky enough to live in a beautiful part of Devon. See, I come from Somerset. All the best people come from that part of the world. Very close to the Grand Western Canal. I've been self-employed for the last 11 years after suffering from a major mental health breakdown. I was diagnosed with OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, depression, and GAD, generalised anxiety disorder. Gosh, I had to reinvent myself back then and change the direction of my life. Gosh. At the first time I became ill, I was a qualified nurse. SRN in my time, now RGN. Yes, my mum was a nurse. She was an SRN. They're good people, nice people, nurses. Now, she was a clinical nurse, then became a ward sister, and then went into a management role. As a manager in the NHS, I was aware of a lot of systems within healthcare which weren't working well. They still aren't. The systems. People work well. The systems. However, I was horrified at how little change I was able to bring about. That's not listening to the people who know what they're talking about. This was mainly due to the bureaucracy and outmoded working methods in the health service at that time. See, what did I say? Jumped ship and spent the final 8 years of my nursing career as a trade union officer. There's another kettle of fish. Well, what else have we got? Well, lots of bits and pieces. But I can only describe the prospect of dealing with the rest of my life not being a nurse as scary beyond belief. It was who I was, and I didn't know who I was going to be without it. A little bit more. I'm not going to read it all. You get bored with my voice. I'm optimistic about the future and wrote this little book in the hope that it would help others to see that there is life after a traumatic event. I wanted it to inspire others to reinvent themselves and find a life that fulfills and contents them. There. Shall I read you a couple? Poems? Okay. Where shall we start? Shall we start with depression? Doesn't sound very good, does it? But we'll start with depression. Let's see what Suzi has to say about depression. Not me. How to explain why I'm not me? To the outside eye, it's hard to see. I'm lost inside this pit of fear, enjoying nothing that I hold dear. Every step I take is so hard, and every encounter depletes my guard. I'm trying to present a happy face, whilst coming from a dark, dark place. For those who've never felt this way, it's chin up, smile, it's what they say. But just a step outside the house has me cowering back like a scared wee mouse. Even this poem isn't happening with ease. It's like my soul is held in freeze. The cold stops me writing from a joyful place, and what comes out is fear, not grace. How to explain why I'm not me? To the outside eye, it's hard to see. I'm lost inside of this pit of fear. But I need to get back to all I hold dear. Chapter 2. Obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, Suzi's written a little bit about that. And then we'll go on to some poems, shall we? Lots of little ones. And we've got one called Overthinking. I can do that sometimes. Can you do that? Let's see what Suzi has to say about it. Shall I send it? Will it hurt? These words have power, that's assert. But could they wound and cause you pain? I'm stuck in turmoil once again. A simple email, quick for you, but fraught with danger for me to do. For you, 5 minutes. For me, far more. I need to check and check again. At reason, it will gnaw and gnaw. You've moved on to next task needed, but doubt and fear in me, it's seeded. I know deep down it's not real fear, but could it be? I need it clear. I have to be certain of what I'm doing, or sending it could mean a suing. Bit extreme, I know to you, but my reality in what I do. It's called catastrophizing in OCD, thinking worst case outcomes real to me, and that brings fear and all its feelings to every task and all its dealings. It saps my strength and makes it hard. Time seeps away and drains my guard. Lack of progress is quite the norm. Happiness, then, is hard to form. Chapter 3, Anxiety. A little bit about anxiety and how it is for Suzi in here. We've got a little poems. Little soul, why so sad, little soul? Life is there for all to live. Don't waste time on worry. Do a little bit longer one. I'm fine. How to stay happy when you've lived life in fear. How to appreciate the things you hold dear. Mental health is important but easy to ignore. But how we are feeling is right at our core. How often do you question, how are you today? And receive the stock answer, I'm fine, people say. But dig a bit deeper, and often they're lying to you and themselves, as inside they are crying. The fears they hold close are quite often not real, and helping them see that can change how they feel. But they may need help to do that. They can't see alone. So why not support them in person or phone? They have a role too and should share how they're feeling. It's hard, but there's help there to help them in dealing with all those black thoughts that need blasting away so that love and life magic can enter and stay. How to stay happy when you've lived life in fear. How to appreciate the things you hold dear. Mental health is important but easy to ignore. But pay it some attention and strengthen your core. Chapter 4. I like this one. Fighting back. I like that. Are you ready? Right. This is how we do it. Now, the last poem in the book. Okay, ready? Loving me. Today I commit to loving me, the powerful being that others see. Why is it hard for me to know how to just be and enjoy the flow? I know inside that life can be great, but struggle against my destined fate. Instead of relaxing into the flow, I overthink and push and go. My life reflects this inward struggle. Why not let go and break the bubble? The magic lies in nature all around, but could live in me and waits to be found. My early years have shaped this life, with all that comes with grief and strife. But with the pain comes lessons well learned and strength to face a life returned. To all that could be and all that I want, the magic is that powerful font. It's out there now for you and me to rediscover our inner chi. Today, I commit to loving me, the powerful being that others see. It isn't hard for me to know how to just be and enjoy the flow. I hope that some of my words have helped you to better understand what it's like to live with mental health problems. That's Suzi's words, not mine. If you're a fellow sufferer, try your best to banish fear from your life. It spoils experiences and leaves you stuck. If you love someone who has mental health issues, please be patient with them, especially when fear has a tight grip on them. There, and that's what Suzi has to say. And you can find out a little bit more by buying her book. Anyway, thank you for listening, and you take care. Because I told you to. And you have to do what I say. Bye.